Max Scherzer is 41 years old. He hadn't pitched in a game in 23 days. He was left off the Division Series roster, and yet, in a must win Game 4, the future Hall of Famer stepped back onto the mound and turned back the clock. Welcome back to Coach's Tape by Baseball Authority. Today, we break down how Mad Max raged against Father Time, silenced the Mariners, and reminded everyone why he's one of the fiercest competitors baseball has ever seen. The Blue Jays entered Game 4 down 2-1 in the ALCS, desperately needing a stopper to even the series. They turned to Max Scherzer, making his 500th career start between the regular season and playoffs, and his first since September 24th, after multiple injuries and shoulder fatigue that kept him out of the division series entirely. Expectations were tampered, but when the lights came on in Seattle, Mad Max showed up. His opening frame was shaky. 2 walks and a home run by Josh Naylor put the Mariners ahead early, but from the third inning onward, Scherzer found something. The fastball had bite, the slider had depth, and the intensity was unmistakable. 5 strikeouts later, Toronto had its heartbeat again. The moment that defined the night came in the 5th inning. Scherzer was laboring, 83 pitches. Manager John Schneider walked to the mound and tried to check on his ace. What came next became instant playoff folklore. Max stared down his manager and refused to come out. Schneider laughed later, saying, "I've been waiting all year for Max to yell at me on the mound. I thought he was going to kill me." Scherzer stayed in, then struck out Randy Arozarena on a vicious curveball in the dirt and screamed into the night as T-Mobile Park fell silent. That strikeout wasn't just about one batter. It was Scherzer's emotional reclamation of who he is. He doesn't pitch to survive, he pitches to dominate. Scherzer ended up going 5 2/3 innings, allowing just 2 runs on 3 hits with 5 strikeouts. No walks after the first inning. His first postseason win since Game 1 of the 2019 World Series. The Blue Jays ended up winning 8-2, tying the series at 2 games apiece. This outing was about more than numbers. It marked his 500th career start, a milestone reached by only 119 pitchers in MLB history. He also became the oldest pitcher to start a postseason game since Jamie Moore in 2008. And remarkably, Scherzer became the only player in MLB history to start a playoff game for 6 different teams: the Tigers, Nationals, Dodgers, Mets, Rangers, and now the Blue Jays. From a technical standpoint, Scherzer's stuff was classic Mad Max. His average fastball velocity jumped nearly 1.2 miles per hour from his September average, sitting around 94.6, with a sharp spin rate over 2,500 RPM. His slider, flat and fractured all season, finally had tilt again, generating 4 whiffs on 7 swings. His command tightened as the game went on. After 32 pitches in the first 2 innings, he threw 40 strikes on his next 52. It wasn't overpowering stuff, it was precision, grit, and reading swings like a veteran savant. At 41, Scherzer now sits with 8 career postseason wins. But what matters most isn't the stats, it's that fire. Injuries, age, setbacks, none of it matters when Mad Max takes the ball. This outing, 6 years removed from his last playoff win, was a statement. His will is timeless. And if this run ends with another World Series appearance, it rewrites the final chapter of his career. Scherzer isn't just a mercenary ace anymore. He's the embodiment of competitive longevity. For Toronto, this win changes everything. Teams that fall behind 0-2 and win games 3 and 4 have gone on to win 43.5% of those postseason series. The Blue Jays head back to Canada deadlocked and with new life, courtesy of Mad Max.
But let's talk about Max Scherzer. How would you describe what you saw from him tonight?
That's him, you know. That's Max, Hall of Fame. He compete every time. He came and give all the energy, and he gave it all in the field.
Max Scherzer has played for 6 organizations, battled through injuries, and probably scared all of his managers out of mound visits. But in October 2025, on a cool night in Seattle, he reminded everyone that there's still some fight left in baseball's ultimate gladiator. If you love this breakdown of Scherzer's vintage ALCS Game 4 gem, smash that like button and subscribe for more postseason analysis from Coach's Tape. And if you want to rep the game on and off the field, head over to baseballauthority.com for exclusive gear made for ball players by ball players.